Most players don't lose the zone. They pull themselves out of it. And you're probably doing it in every game without realizing it. You start playing well, you feel in rhythm, and then something changes. You start thinking a little more, trying to control your performance because you want to keep that feeling going. And that's the moment your performance collapses. Almost no athletes catch this while it's happening. But once you learn to recognize it, you can stop it. I'll show you exactly what pulls you out of the zone during games and how to stay locked in so you can perform at your highest level consistently. We've all had the experience of being in the zone, that feeling of being on fire. Every single shot you take goes in, the rim feels like it's 10 times the size. You feel like you can predict the game before it's about to happen. There's that feeling of something else or someone else being in control of the game. That you're just kind of in the passenger seats watching yourself perform at the highest level. And the feeling is sweet. It's so joyful. It's the best time you're ever going to have playing the game. The thing is, for most players, that feeling of being in the zone is a rare event. For most players, they feel like it's random, it's luck, some mystical experience that they can't control. So on that rare occasion when they do enter the zone, they try to control it. They want to hold on to it. They want to maintain that feeling. And the problem is the moment you start trying to control the zone, the moment you try to hold on to it, that's the moment the zone disappears. The truth is, you can't force the zone. You experience it when nothing's interfering with it. So when you're not in the zone, it's not that it's disappeared. It's that something's blocking it. So what is it that pulls you out of the zone? Usually it's not pressure, it's not the crowd, it's not the opponent, it's not the circumstances. It's actually something you start doing internally. So we're going to go through 3 things that you do that pull you out of the zone. Number 1, stop criticizing yourself. The moment you start judging, analyzing, second-guessing your game, you switch from automatic performance into conscious control. And the moment that happens, you pull yourself out of the zone. You see, the problem is, when you're in the zone, everything is automatic. You're in automatic performance. But the moment you start thinking, you interrupt it. You hesitate. You slow down. You tighten up. You miss a shot and you think, I should have squared up more. On the next possession, when you catch the ball, you hesitate for a split second, just enough time for the defender to close out on you. Maybe you turn the ball over, and then the next time you're bringing the ball up, you're thinking, don't mess up again. See, now you're trying to avoid making mistakes instead of trying to hunt opportunities. And all of a sudden, you disappear in the offense because you're taking a back seat. You're no longer taking the opportunities that exist. You're trying to look for guaranteed opportunities. And the moment you start looking for guaranteed opportunities, before an opportunity becomes guaranteed, someone else on your team is taking advantage of it. And then you start overthinking even more. And before you know it, you're pulled out of the zone. Because instead of thinking freely, you're thinking through every single move, every single moment, every single action, every single decision that you make. In games, thinking is interference. Constant execution is what keeps you in the zone. So you have to learn to trust your training. Let your skills run. Play. Don't think. You see, the next time you catch the ball and you find yourself hesitating, that's your signal. Don't adjust. Don't overthink. Don't analyze. Just go with the first clear decision that your eyes see and commit to it. Number 2, your attention is everything. You see, when you're focusing on the last play, what just happened, or the next play, what you think is going to happen, you're actually draining attention away from the only thing that matters, which is the present moment. Because the present moment is the only place you have power. It's the only place you have control. And when your attention drops, so does your performance. Because when you lose focus, you lose processing power, which means less awareness, slower reactions, late decisions. Let's say you miss a defensive rotation, or you get your shot blocked, or you shoot a bad shot, it's a bad miss, And then for the next two possessions, you're replaying that situation in your head, judging it, criticizing it, wondering what other people think about it. Meanwhile, you're late for the next play. Or even worse, you catch the ball and you're not ready to shoot it because your mind wasn't laser focused on the present moment. So now you're missing opportunities. You've let a mistake that happened in the past affect the opportunities that you have in the present moment. Or late in the game, you realize that you've only got 8 points, but you plan to get 20 points. And so now for the rest of the game, you're no longer reading the game. You're no longer trying to flow with the game, being rhythm with the game. Now you're trying to force opportunities. You're trying to create something out of nothing, taking shots that aren't even there. Now you're overthinking again. You're thinking about the score, the clock, your teammates. You're thinking about the next possession instead of the current possession that you're in. And now you're no longer seeing the game. You're trying to control the game. This is what most players don't understand. The game can only happen in the present moment. And your performance can only exist where your attention is. What does this mean? This means the game of performance. The best performers are the ones that are able to place all of their attention, or as much of their attention as possible, on the things that matter and nothing else. They're not thinking about the teammates and their teammates' opinions. They're not thinking about the coach judging them. They're not thinking about the crowd. They're not thinking about what the ref is doing or not doing. They're not thinking about the last play or the next play. They've got all of their attention focused on the only thing that matters, which is the present moment, the present action. So if you want to be in the zone and stay in the zone, your job is simple. Just ask yourself, what is happening right now? And focus on that. And whenever your attention drifts, don't fight it. Don't judge it. Don't criticize it. Just simply bring it back to the present moment. Number 3, stop chasing. You see, we play the game because we love the game. But we love the game because we love playing well. We enjoy seeing the ball go into the hoop. We enjoy the feeling of the ball rolling off our fingers and coming off the backboard. We want to get stops. We want to get steals. We want to cross that guy over. We want to make that contact and finish with the left, right? We want all our training, all the skills that we've built in training, we want it to be showcased in the game. But there's a danger. The danger is that we start chasing. We start chasing those results. Because the moment you get attached to outcomes, or you get attached to that feeling of being in the zone, it changes the way you play. You stop naturally reacting to the game, and you start trying to manage and control the game. And it always starts the same way. You hit a few shots in a row early in the game, and suddenly you think to yourself, I'm hot, I got to keep this going. And now you're no longer playing the game. You're trying to protect a feeling, that feeling of being in the zone. So you force shots instead of taking the shots that are there. You start trying to create something out of nothing. Or sometimes it's that you start thinking about what everyone else is seeing. You start self-monitoring. You start worrying about what the crowd can see, what the coach is thinking, what your teammates can see. And all of a sudden, you stop playing freely and you start playing carefully. All those situations I just described are caused by the same thing, fear. And fear always pulls you into control, wanting to manage things, wanting to make things guaranteed and certain. The problem is when you start trying to control, when you start trying to manage the game, you kill the zone. You don't need to chase results. You just need to execute, good or bad, one action at a time. So in your next possession, don't try to score. Don't try to fix anything. Don't try to be anything. Just make the right play in front of you. If that's going one-on-one, go one-on-one. If that's make the shot, make the shot. If that's take the shot, take the shot. If that's make the pass, make the pass. Just make the right play in front of you and let the results happen for themselves. And this is a skill. The ability to let go of control, but trust that your training and your mindset is going to make sure that you perform at your highest level. If you look at the 3 performance blockers that I mentioned, the three things that pull you out of the zone, you notice that they have a very similar pattern. They're not completely different concepts. First, you criticize yourself. Then you start overthinking. Then you split your attention and you lose the present moment. And then finally, you start chasing results and you start playing with fear. And all of those three things lead to the same result. They pull you out of automatic performance and into trying to control your performance. And control always does the same thing. It breaks the zone. Because the zone isn't something you enter by trying harder, by trying to control your performance. The zone happens when you stop interfering and you allow the automatic expression of your trained skills and abilities. So what separates elite players from everybody else? Those players that get the minutes, that get the opportunity, that get the scholarships, that get the contracts. What separates them from everybody else? It's not just about knowing what to do. It's about knowing what not to do. Because elite players, they also overthink. They also lose focus. They also chase results. But the moment they recognize that they're doing it, they recover faster. They're able to reset faster and bring their attention back to the things that actually matter. And that's the skill. The skill isn't being perfect. It's about recognizing when it's time to reset and having the ability to reset instantly. You see, at the highest level, players don't try to keep themselves in the zone. They just remove the things that block the zone. So the next time you're in the game, you don't need to do more. You don't need to try harder. You just need to recognize sooner and reset faster. If you want to learn how to access the zone and stay in it day in and day out, so you can perform at your best every single time that you play. Follow for more and like the video. I'll catch you in the next one.